Hey guys, I'm down here in my backup flying field. Usually when I come down here when it's kind of too long of a bike ride, there's my bike over there to ride down to my main field. But today it's a little hot today. It's about 98 degrees out, and so what I've kind of done is I've kind of like put myself in this little canopy area, which is kind of open. I can't believe I've never noticed this before, but my field's essentially that way. And then we basically have a hill that goes up this way, a flat area with some new housing units that aren't moved into yet, and then that goes for a while. So it's really, really, really difficult to land here because my landing spot's kind of short. However, I would fly from up top here, but it's all rocky. That's how I broke most of my arrows. So I would probably get better FPV signal if I was up there. That's why I like to kind of keep it in this area. But I mean, there's not really too much I can do about that right now until they start planting grass. There are some people over there in the parking lot. I don't really know what they're doing. I think they might be practicing their parking, but don't quote me on that. But I have no idea what they're doing. They have no idea I'm here. So once I get my super loud arrow up in the air, I hope I don't scare them too much. But yeah, I'm probably actually take up this first, see how that does, and then I'm gonna move on to the arrow. So wish me luck. Hey guys, so I just had her up for a really quick flight. On this 2200 30C battery, and the wind's really picking up here all of a sudden, which kind of really blows, but that is kind of the nature of flight. You will, if you're seeing this, I probably just inserted the flight video, quote unquote, and I don't really know what's up with this. This entire setup flew on a 2205 2700 kV motor. On a 6-inch prop, and so I upgraded it to a 2212 motor with a 7-inch prop. It is a 7x35. Maybe that has to do with it, the actual angle of attack. But yeah, I mean, it should be flying perfectly fine with this setup on a 30 amp ESC. Nothing's warm. It doesn't seem to have enough thrust even at full knacker. So I'm just gonna switch over to this bad boy right here and put a higher C battery in there, because this thing is going to really draw a lot of amps. So I will get right back to that, and you'll hopefully see the flight video. Okay, now I think we're recording, so we can get everything off the Tuffy. Nope. Alrighty. This wind is starting to pick up a little bit. I'm not like that. Let's see what we can do. Whoa. Yeah, so based on that flight video you saw, I just kind of crashed it. I hit like a small tree, which just goes to show you the durability of this thing. I mean, you saw how fast that thing rotated around. It actually rotated so fast that the power pod came out based solely on like G-forces from the spin. I need to reinforce it a little bit. It's got some negatives to it. The power pod came, or the mount came off right here, so this one's done for today at least. I'm kind of confused as to what is the problem here. I think it might just be I think mine's just nose heavy, even if I have the battery all the way back here. Just because when I did fly it on the much lighter power setup, which it did. It flew amazingly well. I may or may not put the flight video of that in now or something, but it flew amazingly well, so I would assume if I were to just up the power system, it'd fly even better. It might be a nose heavy problem though, because it did feel nose heavy when I was flying. Even if I was giving it full up, it still wasn't climbing. So this one I'll have to revisit. Now I'm going to switch over to this one, which hopefully will fly well despite the really high wind. It was supposed to be 4-mile-per-hour gusts today, guys, and 4-mile-per-hour constant, so I don't know what's going on, but I'm going to switch over to this one with some FPV and we'll see how things go. Hey guys, I just had it in with my arrow again. This in particular flying location has killed 5 arrows. I'm not sure if it's killed 4 arrows. This might be the 5th one that it's killed. I just took out my FPV cam. When I crashed, nothing was really broken on it. I mean, I got this freaking fly buzzing around me. My action cam in my FPV battery was about 10 feet away, and I've never seen that happen before because my FPV battery was actually tucked inside of here, and obviously that has came out. I don't know why that looks really weird in the camera, but it does. It's kind of weird pixel effect, but yeah, it had slid out somehow. So not really sure how that happened, but as you can see, wasn't as bad as my first initial crash with this, but I had a pretty high speed, not really nose in, but it was more of like a come in at like this angle kind of thing, and it just essentially like nosed in, dived, and then jumped over itself a bunch of times and rolled around. Not great, but I mean, It's not terrible either. I keep having problems with this side of the aircraft because the actual spar isn't glued down to the actual bottom from here to here, which I fixed, so now it's really about here to here. But as you can see, I keep getting these big cracks and stuff on this half of the wing, and that's not really great. Also, this entire section where my FPV cam was is kind of all messed up. Also, I'm getting a lot of flex again in the wing, which isn't good. So, I mean, I guess I'm going to have to go in and glue up my center pod again. And if I glue it up again and it still doesn't really hold together that well, I'm going to have to look for other options besides the Aero, guys, which is sad to say because you know how many Aeros I've built and you know that I love the Aero so much, but it just can't stand up to the torture that I'm putting it through anymore. And, I mean, it's not really its fault. It's kind of more that was a bad landing on my part. But, I shouldn't have to really like rebuild the entire aircraft after that kind of landing. I'm honestly actually not entirely sure how bad of a landing it was because it happened very quick in the FPV cam. So I got to go back and review the footage, which I will insert after this. But if it was a really high angle landing, then I'm extremely impressed by how well it held up. But I might actually rip apart this entire Aero and go back and redo most of it. I don't know. It's kind of up in the air at this point if I want to rebuild this again, or if it's either going to be this, I build another Aero, or I just stop with the Aeros, because in all honesty, I'm kind of getting sick of them, but I do still love how they fly, and I love ripping them around. It is very windy today, though, so I mean, it was only supposed to be 4-mile-per-hour wind, so I'm like, oh, this will be great, but I guess AccuWeather lied a little bit there. So I'm going to get on my bike, I'm going to go home, get out of this allergy-infested area, and take a look at this video. I'm gonna maybe edit it together. I might just post it one after another, but you guys will see all the footage taken from today's flights. That's a pretty cool little bug right there. Oh, where'd he go? Oh, we lost our little bug, but I mean, uh-oh. I've also misplaced my FPV battery, so I'll have to go find that. But I will let you guys know on how things went with everything. I'll get everything posted, and give me some tips on alternatives to the Aeros, guys, because I like pushing this thing above 80 miles per hour, and it's really just not having it at this point, and I don't really want to rebuild another one. So yeah, this one's starting to see its day too, so let me know what you guys think I should do.